Before we start, you need to know, this story is true. I wish it wasn't. The memory of that place is a splinter in my mind. I've tried to forget, to convince myself it was just fear or shadows, but what we saw was real. This isn't a ghost story. It's something worse. My friend Eli and I called ourselves urban explorers. We thought we were brave, chasing the thrill of forgotten places. We'd explored factories, abandoned houses, empty schools. We thought we'd seen it all. We were wrong. We heard about the old sanatorium online, a place people warned you to avoid. For us, that was an invitation. We packed our flashlights and cameras, ready for another adventure. We didn't understand that some warnings are meant to be heeded. I'm telling you this because someone needs to know what's in that place. Maybe by sharing, I can finally sleep without seeing those shapes in the dark. Or maybe I'm just passing the fear on to you. All I know is what happened that cold, gray day in the Utah mountains. And I have to tell it exactly as it happened. Listen closely. Some places should stay forgotten. The Wasatch Mountain Sanatorium loomed over a silent valley, a relic from when the sick were sent to the mountains for air that rarely healed. Locals called it the Whispering Walls, said the wind there carried secrets and sorrow. Eli and I drove up the cracked road, trees crowding in, the building appearing suddenly, a hulking mass of red brick and broken windows. A rusted fence, torn open, welcomed us. The place sagged under its own history, looking both tired and hungry. We parked out of sight, the cold air biting at us. No birds sang, even the wind seemed to hold its breath. Eli grinned. Ready? I nodded, but unease twisted in my gut. This place felt different, like it was watching us. Stories said the sanatorium's final years were desperate, the treatments experimental, the patients changed by more than illness. We dismissed it as folklore. We were there for the thrill, not ghosts. We didn't believe in them, not yet. We slipped through the fence, crunching over glass and metal, and found a side door hanging open. Eli led the way, flashlight cutting into the blackness. I followed. The air inside was heavy, dust, decay, and something metallic like old blood. The door groaned shut behind us, plunging us into darkness. Eli's bigger flashlight revealed a ruined reception area, papers melted into the floor, silence pressing in from all sides. Every sound we made felt too loud, like shouting in a tomb. We moved slowly, light sweeping cracked walls and strange reddish-brown stains. We told ourselves it was just water damage. We walked the corridor, empty rooms, rusted beds, shattered windows, dust everywhere. But the quiet was suffocating, unnatural. I found myself holding my breath, listening for anything. Footsteps, whispers, anything. Eli was silent too. We moved like ghosts, our lights painting the decay. We headed for the patient wards upstairs, testing each rotten step. The higher we climbed, the colder and sharper the air became, a strange pressure building in my ears. The silence felt charged, like the world was waiting for something to break. The second-floor hallway stretched into darkness, lined with ruined rooms and coated in black, greasy dust. Eli stopped. "Did you hear that?" he whispered. I strained to listen, nothing but my own heartbeat. "It sounded like scratching," he said, flashlight darting. We stood still, listening. Silence pressed in. "Probably just a rat," I lied, but I knew better. We moved on, slower now, the feeling of being watched growing stronger. A low hum vibrated through the building, more felt than heard. The silence was gone, replaced by that unsettling noise. Then the scratching returned, louder, and this time from the ceiling above us. We froze. Something was up there. We stared at the ceiling, the scratching skittering just out of sight. My blood ran cold. Rats don't crawl on ceilings. The sound stopped. We should have left, but curiosity pushed us forward. That's when we saw the writing, scratched into the plaster, jagged and desperate. The first message: "They hear you breathe." More warnings lined the hall. "Don't make a sound, stay in the light." But one message was everywhere, scrawled over and over. "Don't look up." Dread seeped into my bones. Someone had learned the hard way. At the end of the hall, the ceiling was smeared with long dark streaks, like something had dragged itself across the plaster. The streaks led from vents to door frames, forming chaotic paths. The scratching started again, louder from all around us. Vents, corners, ceiling. It was the sound of something getting ready to move. We were not alone. The warnings were not just graffiti. They were survival instructions, and we were breaking them. The humming grew, vibrating through the floor. The scratching above was frantic. We stood frozen, flashlights pointed at the pulsing black streaks on the ceiling. "Don't look up," I whispered, but the urge was overwhelming. Eli couldn't resist. He aimed his light at a dark corner. For a moment, nothing. Then something moved, long and thin, slipping away from the beam. Too big for a spider, too smooth for a rat. "Did you see it?" Eli gasped. The scratching and humming stopped. Silence fell, a predator's silence. I grabbed Eli's arm. "Let's go!" But fear rooted us in place. Then a new sound, wet, clicking right above my head. I couldn't help it. I looked up, I broke the rule. My flashlight caught them. The ceiling was covered with them. Long, dark, many-limbed things clinging to the plaster. Dozens of red eyes stared down at us. The sanatorium wasn't empty. It was full. They hung from the ceiling, bodies like soot and shadow, too many limbs, too many eyes. Red, glowing, watching. One unfolded above me, a spindly leg reaching down, joints clicking wetly. I was paralyzed, staring as it descended. Eli screamed, breaking the spell. He yanked me back and we fell as the limb swiped where my head had been. We scrambled up and ran, the hallway a nightmare tunnel. The scratching was everywhere. Creatures dropping from the ceiling, moving with jerky, unnatural speed. They hunted us. We tore down the stairs, burst outside and ran for the car. We didn't stop until we were speeding away. I looked back. Dozens of dark shapes pressed against the windows, red eyes glowing. We never went back. Don't go to that place, don't look for it. And if you ever see a warning on the wall, believe it. Stay in the light. And whatever you do, don't look up.